I thank the ranking member. With that, I will recognize the ranking member of the full committee, Mr. Raskin.
Thank you very much, Chairman Van Drew, and thank you to all of our witnesses for joining us today. To the extent that our colleagues have called this hearing to examine how foreign threat actors are compromising our national security by targeting transportation and critical infrastructure, that is a valid and meaningful subject of inquiry, and I salute the chairman for this initiative. China is in strategic competition with the United States and is using cyber espionage to undermine our defenses. Cybersecurity is of serious concern in the transportation sector because of the vast number of targets that operate new technologies and are run by a wide array of government and private entities. From AI-driven software to chip-reliant hardware, advancement in technology, of course, has great promise to make transportation faster, cheaper, and safer. But we must be vigilant to ensure these systems are not vulnerable to infiltration or attack from malign actors like Putin's autocratic Russia or the Stalinist bureaucrats of China. But we cannot honestly discuss and debate the issue without addressing how President Trump has gutted the safeguards that protect our transportation and critical infrastructure against foreign threats. The programs and personnel in the U.S. government that keep us safe have been cut wholesale and have been bizarrely politicized, jeopardizing our national security. Trump removed a third of the workforce at the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, which helps government and business work together to identify cyber threats before it's too late. That reduction included department officials dedicated to local government coordination with business, which is crucial to transportation infrastructure security. Trump fired the chairman of the Joint Chiefs and other top-level military leadership, eliminating continuity in national security, and his Attorney General shut down the FBI's Foreign Influence Task Force, the group responsible for identifying and combating malign foreign influence operations targeting the people of the United States. Trump's approach to national security, especially cybersecurity, is that of a coach who's friendly with the coaches of foreign teams and then suddenly takes his goalie off net. So, to my mind, I don't think we can have a serious conversation about hardware vulnerabilities if we're going to ignore the fact that President Trump has made our infrastructure substantially less safe in just 1 year's time. What's even more confusing to me about today's hearing is that we're examining foreign threats as though Donald Trump isn't systematically ceding more global power to China every single day, even as he multiplies and deepens his own personal business ties to China. During his first term, Trump collected millions of dollars in payments from the Chinese government and state-owned companies. In exchange for these unconstitutional emoluments, he opposed sanctions against Chinese telecom companies and banks, even when they threatened our national security. He even tried to cancel military exercises with Japan and South Korea because China complained about them. In his second term, we have seen even more of an enthusiastic presidential embrace of the tyrants and dictators. Over the last year, the administration has dismantled USAID, giving China free rein to swoop in and offer countries around the world assistance with their infrastructure construction projects, their agricultural programs, their food aid, and public health, dramatically expanding China's sphere of influence. Trump has also hurt American consumers by imposing unlawful and arbitrary tariffs and hamstrung our ability to respond to threats by firing government workers, including key experts on China and national security personnel. All the while, he's been using his crypto ventures to pocket hundreds of millions of dollars directly from Chinese billionaires with ties to the CCP. In May, a tiny Chinese tech company with ties to the government announced it had bought $300 million of President Trump's meme coin, despite the fact that it has no revenue and only 8 employees. Gee, I wonder where the money is really coming from. So, 1 year in Trump's second term, we've learned that other countries think that Donald Trump is indeed making a country great. But that country is not America, it's China. In a 21-country poll by the European Council on Foreign Relations, the majority of respondents around Europe said that while the U.S. is less feared by its adversaries and less revered by its friends, they fully expect China's global influence to continue to grow over the next decade. And it's no wonder why they think that, Mr. Chairman, when Trump is inviting China, an egregious human rights violator, to join the Gaza Board of Peace and reverses course and allows U.S. chip exports to China in a move that Anthropic's CEO likened to selling nuclear weapons to North Korea. So, my friends, I wish this could just be about the problem of hardware, technology, and transportation, but it exists in this larger political context, and I think that we have to make that clear for everyone if we are serious about confronting the problem of Chinese and Russian tyrannical influence in our government. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
I thank the ranking member, and let me say, only conjecture here, I'm not sure, but I have this sneaking suspicion, this intuitive feeling the other side doesn't like President Trump all that much. Am I right?
I've never met him.
Seriously?
It's not personal. We're looking just at what the effect is on the American people.
I know. I'm trying to have a little levity.